Sometimes to find what really matters, you must first lose everything that doesn't. Amara Sterling had it all. An heiress to the Sterling real estate empire, she lived in a mansion the size of a city block, had personal chefs, a wardrobe that spanned continents, and never heard the word no. She attended fundraisers for the poor, hosted galas for the elite, and smiled for magazine covers that called her the Queen of Philanthropy. But behind the diamond-studded smile was a woman aching for something real. She'd always wondered, did people like her or just her money? Could happiness exist outside gated walls and designer perfume? So one day, without warning, Amara disappeared. She left behind her credit card, staff, and reputation. Wearing thrift store jeans, a second-hand coat, and a backpack with essentials, she rented a tiny room in a crumbling apartment on the outskirts of the city, under the alias Mara Stone. Her family thought she was traveling abroad. In reality, she was walking unfamiliar streets, buying $1 coffee, and looking for part-time work. The air smelled different, gritty, alive. Mara soon landed a job washing dishes at Rosie's Diner, a 24-hour joint that served truckers, janitors, and late-night drifters. Her first day was a disaster. She burned herself on a pan, dropped a tray of glasses, and was scolded by the kitchen manager, Joe. Yet, by the end of her shift, she was laughing with Lena, the waitress with 3 jobs and a heart bigger than the city. Unlike the charity events she once hosted, here people shared food, stories, and dreams, without cameras or applause. They gave because they felt, not because they had to. For the first time, Amara felt invisible and free. As weeks turned into months, Mara became part of the community. She volunteered at the food bank and helped Mrs. Eldridge, a widow upstairs, with groceries. She played cards with the old men at the park and taught local kids to read. But her mystery lingered. "She don't talk like us," Joe once whispered. "And look at her hands. No calluses," Lena noticed. "Maybe she's on the run," someone joked. Mara laughed it off. But deep down, she knew her secret would surface. Still, she wasn't ready to go back. Not yet. Because in this life of chipped plates and small kindnesses, she was truly happy. One rainy night, everything changed. Rosie's Diner was half full when a man stormed in, masked and shaking. He pulled a gun and shouted for everyone to get down. Fear filled the room. Mara didn't move. She'd seen wealth by security, bodyguards, armored cars. But here, these people were defenseless, vulnerable. The man waved the gun at Lena, who was frozen. Instinct took over. Mara stepped forward, calmly, firmly. "Please," she said. "You don't need to do this." His hand trembled. "I got nothing. I lost my job. My girl's pregnant." "And hurting others won't fix it," she replied. "Let us help you. We will." To everyone's shock, he dropped the gun and collapsed in tears. The police came, but so did the news. CCTV footage of the incident spread. Journalists dug deeper, and then it happened. The world found out who Mara Stone really was. "Amara Sterling living as a poor woman," screamed headlines. Reporters camped outside Rosie's Diner. Her parents demanded she return home. Her co-workers felt betrayed. Lena confronted her. "Was this all just a game to you?" "No," Amara whispered. "It was the first time I felt alive." People were divided. Some called her brave. Others called her a fraud. But Amara stayed silent, until one evening she stood outside Rosie's and addressed the crowd. "I didn't come here to mock anyone. I came because I was lost. I had everything except purpose. You gave me that. You gave me friendship, trust, and laughter without price tags. You gave me what money never could." A month later, Rosie's Diner reopened after the media frenzy died down. Amara returned. But not as a customer, not as a waitress, as a silent partner. She used her fortune to expand the diner, create a shelter upstairs, and fund community education programs, all under the radar. She didn't move back to her mansion. She bought a modest home nearby. She still wore jeans, still washed dishes occasionally, and still made coffee for Mrs. Eldridge. Her past didn't vanish, but it no longer defined her. She had found her happiness, not in wealth, but in being of worth. Moral of the story: true happiness isn't found in luxury or status, but in connection, purpose, and living with a heart unburdened by mass.